And welcome back to the channel, guys. Whew, if you missed the last two episodes, I know people are going to say, how do you get downloader on NVIDIA? That was episode 1. What are the specs? Episode 1. How do you customize the home screen? Episode 2. And what is the quality on this thing? Episode 2. So make sure you check the last two episodes of this video. There's a part 1, part 2, and here's part 3. So we got the device plugged in here already, and we're going to talk about everything that's on there. And let's go ahead and just jump straight into this. Now, the first thing is the box, the presentation on this thing. Very, very high quality. Everything looks really good. When you open it, everything's presented very nicely. It does not have an HDMI cable, so you have to use your own. Now, when it comes to the remote, I'm not a big fan of the remote. It just doesn't feel, it feels very awkward to the hand. When it comes to the device itself, the device seems very, very quality. It just seems very good, nice, and comfortable. The device is great. It doesn't feel like it's slightly warm, but it doesn't feel like it's getting hot, but it does feel definitely warm. Now, when it comes to the quality of the device, when it comes to the streaming aspect of it, it's very, very smooth. Everything works really good. You guys got to remember, with NVIDIA, it has the best of the best. Now, of course, one of the things I will say, though, is, yes, it does have the best of the best. However, it is a little bit dated, even for NVIDIA. There's a lot of other Android devices that are using the updated, newest Amlogic chipset. I believe this chipset has been around for like 5 or 6 years. Not that it's not good. It's a great device. It's a great chip. But there are some newer chipsets out there. Now, with that being said, this thing is customized specifically for streaming, so everything works really, really well. Very, very nice. Now, the one thing, too, is when it comes to the codecs, it does have H.265 confirmed within the device, which means you'll be able to do the Dolby Atmos, Dolby Vision. You plug this thing into any of your devices and it's going to be finding it. If your device does not have the 4K, it's going to be able to upscale to the best quality possible according to your HDMI cable and your TV. So your equipment, if you put a bad HDMI cable, it's going to do the best that it can. If you do a really good, like the best HDMI cable, it's going to do the best that it can. So it literally depends on your equipment. Now, when it comes to, I like to do the rankings. If this is a high-end device, if this is a mid-range, or if this is a budget. This is definitely not a budget, and this is definitely not a mid-range. This is a high-end device. You are going to be looking anywhere from 150 to 200 bucks, depending on what you're getting. Maybe about 240, depending if you're getting the remotes, the accessories, if you're getting the stick, if you're getting the box. If we're just talking about the box with the remote, it's slightly under 200 bucks, and if you get a sale, then you'll be good to go. Yeah, it's a really good device, guys. I really absolutely do love this device. The only thing that my biggest gripe is this remote that I am not a big fan on. I don't even care if it has a ginormous, you know what, they could fill this entire thing that says Netflix. They could do, please don't do that, NVIDIA, but they could do this whole thing, it just says Netflix, whatever. The feel of this thing, I think, is horrible. I don't like how it feels. I don't like how it feels in my hand. It's very uncomfortable. I don't want to touch it. I just don't want to touch it because of how uncomfortable it is. I would rather get a keyboard. I would rather get a sofa baton. I'd rather get any other remote but this one. Now, is this the worst remote that I've ever played with? No. There is more. There's way more worse than this. This one is very quality. I will say this, when it comes to how comfortable it is, this for sure is the worst remote that I played with. And I know that's up to preferences. That's my opinion. It doesn't feel good in my hand. It just feels very weird, very awkward. So, as I throw it down there. So let me know what you guys think. The NVIDIA is, again, it's been a top dog for such a long time. I think they've built their name on the graphics card and everything that they have, and they've built their devices in the past with just some good quality stuff. There's a lot of devices that are catching up to NVIDIA. My only recommendation, actually, 2 recommendations for NVIDIA. The first one, I don't even care if they keep the chipset, but first one is please do something different with the remote. And my second recommendation is upgrade your chipset. If you guys went with some of the latest stuff, and if you guys weren't that stingy with, hey, you know what, let's just put something newer on here, you guys will be by yourselves all over again in a whole separate league for the next 5 to 10 years easily, and everybody will be playing the catch-up game. They've been playing the catch-up game, and a lot of them have caught up. And I would say one has surpassed, except for their garbage remote, which is worse than this remote. But that's, I digress. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the description below. Sorry I'm talking so fast. I did drink an energy drink. As always, you guys take care. Please take care of each other with this craziness happening out there. Holidays are already among us. Yeah, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care, guys.